morning. Strong tea. It's like 6 in the morning. I woke up from the worst nightmare I've ever had. I feel like I've been through a war. Sometimes my dreams are so intense, I feel like I've been through a war. Like a spiritual war. And I wake up different. This one was the worst. Me and my mom were in our house, right? My mom was outside smoking. I heard her talking to someone. And I stick my head out the door. And she comes running back like go in. And she tells me that this teenager was telling her some really weird stories, just started talking to her. What did she say the stories were? I don't remember what the stories this teenager was telling my mom. But I'm like, let me go make sure the windows are locked. My mom's like, no, go into the other room. Like, I guess hoping that the teenager would leave this guy. Went by the back door. By the time we came by the front again, all the windows and the curtains were pulled open. And this teenager was sitting there on the couch with his problems. So I try to defuse the situation, ask him if he wants a drink, grab the cell phone. By the time I go to dial 911, there's like 30 teenagers all over the room. All over the place. Then they're like, what are you doing? And then I'm trying to dial it, and then I end up out the front door. And then somehow there's like a couple hundred teenagers. So I run across the street. My mom's still in the house. And I'm running up to the door. And I thought about the movie Street Kings, where Keanu Reeves kicks the door in. And I always say, you see when people in like movies, they go against the door with their shoulders? No, man, you kick the door. Should I even be telling people this, man? This could be for safety. Hopefully no one uses this. You kick the door where the knob is, because that's the area. It's like, what do they call that? Not aerodynamics or like math or geometry, but that's the one little area where it's like, boom, you kick it right there. You use your feet. You don't, come on, we can't get the door open. My daughter's in there dying, killing herself, committing suicide. Kick, man. The legs are so much stronger than the rest of the body. So I kick once, didn't work. I kicked twice, it went open. And my thought process at this moment was that 50% of the people in America have guns. I kicked the door open. And it just so happens that the person I kicked the door open was a huge drug dealer. And he burst up from the table. I think like drugs on the table or something. I don't know how I knew he was a drug dealer. Like older, like maybe like about 40. But like with a bandana. And like whoa, when I kicked the door open, I thought I was the police. But I said, call 911. But they're all over the place. And I ran upstairs, and I found in this guy's bedroom one of those huge guns, longer than this. I can't even, longer than this. Like I'm talking like Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator type guns, like type military, talking hundreds of rounds type gun. And then I picked up another handgun from the ground. And somehow one of them came after me, and I was struggling to get out the window because I was going back to get my mom. And somehow I set up an explosive in the fridge or something, and I was out the window, and this first guy that came after me blew to pieces all over the wall. And I climbed down, I'm in the backyard, my house is on the other side, and the main teenager that came to our house was there with like about 40 to 50 other teens coming at me. And I'm trying to get this gun to work, and he's got another gun half the size, but still, he starts firing first. I should have died before, but I started firing back. And this was the type of gun that chops through people. And so they're coming closer and closer and like mocking me, like, you can't kill us all. And I'm like, yeah, I can. And I start mowing through. And just as they're getting like really close to me, like 10 feet, there's about 10 of them left. And my gun's running it. They don't know I got a handgun too, so this goes out finally, and I pick up this like in freaking Walking Dead, like so focused, and like just getting them all headshot till finally the leader goes down. I run across the street home, and somewhere in this I seen my dog King, rat terrier, amazing. My dog King, I can't wait to see him when I get out of here. When I leave being human, I feel my dog King, his presence, he's gonna be there, completely renewed without the physical machine that causes so much dread. So, I run across the street, and the whole house is destroyed, like someone had a party in someone else's house and didn't care type of. And my dog King is sitting on the couch, disheveled, filthy, beat up, so beat up. They beat my poor dog up, and he was so filthy and crying to me, and I knew right away that he's not with my mom. So, you know, that my mom is. So, my dog's sitting there crying. I run, and I see my mom on a bed, dead, and I start screaming the loudest I've ever screamed in my life. Ma! Ma! No! And I just grab my mom and hug her, and like kiss her and try to like wish it wasn't this way, but I knew it was. And I think in the dream before I got up out of bed, like, oh, that's it, I'm up. I'm up. I think she kind of got one last breath of hope. And that's the reason I hate the world. Because of how dangerous the world is. That none of us are. You know what freedom really is? Being safe. Being completely safe. Parents having safety for their kids. That's freedom. Being able to die naturally. That's freedom. I'm beyond enragement with this world. And the way people's lives just get taken from them from the moment they're born. We have everything on this earth to feed, shelter, quench, keep safe all the children in the world, all the people, all the women. And I think we're not intelligent enough because we devour each other. I was saying yesterday, all around you is death. You wake up, the bed sheets from China Boom, those people that made that enslavement for like a penny a day or whatever, barely holding on by a thread, and most of them are letting go of that thread's breaking. All around you, all these products of these multi-millionaires. There's more millionaires than the world lets on to believe. All these products all around us that we use in our everyday life. And then you open up your freezer. You got these box foods, you got these canned foods on the shelf, giving people heart disease, diabetes, obesity, cancers. All this stuff to put money in these multi-millionaire, billionaire tycoons that are not just killing us, devolving us from super consciousness of being more intelligent. What will happen when we're more intelligent? It would be so much easier to take care of each other. Health problems, safety. But you know what the cliche is? Even when we get to that level, there's other species out there. But you know what? I would rather fight other species and die at the hands of another alien to us species than us killing each other. Godspeed. A John Connor-like thought on life.